So I've been thinking about it some more, trying to understand why Thomas had so much confusion about Phil's arguments. Why would these things make those guys more left wing or more right wing? It's because liberals don't get it. They don't understand what left and right mean. Remember, they think they're left. They are further to the left than Republicans, but they're not left wing, of course. And part of this, the failure to understand, comes from the fact that, for the last 50 years, Republicans have been twisting, warping, abusing language. Um, that's why we call Democrats liberals and not Republicans, because liberal became, just a catch-all insult to refer to Democrats. So, the Democrats, they keep on saying, wait, that's not what words mean, and they try to catch up so that they can have the conversation, right? But they don't realize that Republicans don't want to have a conversation. That's why they're doing this. And that's a part of it, but I think that's the smaller part. The bigger part, the failure to understand left and right, is because here in the U.S., at least, we all grow up in this culture, society, politics, an economy that's all completely dominated by right-wing ideology. And, they just don't have a word for water. They view it all as perfectly normal, perfectly natural, and they just don't really understand that the system was set up this way deliberately. There was a choice, that didn't have to be this way. They think it's natural and normal. If our school discusses this stuff at all, it talks about how wonderful and progressive it is. It obfuscates the fact that it was deliberately engineered to create this authoritarian hierarchical structure with wealthy people having complete control over the U.S. society. So they don't understand that they're right wing. Okay, so right wing says yes to authority. Left wing says no to authority. No to hierarchies. Yes to hierarchies, no to hierarchies, right? And the arguments on the left are how do we get rid of the hierarchies and how do we arrange things once we've done so. Arguments on the right are how do we get the hierarchies and how do we arrange things once we've done so. And being further right means you want people to have more authority over those under them in the hierarchy, and you want to limit who has access to the authority, to the power within the hierarchy. So yes, the Democrats are further left than the Republicans because the Democrats want a little bit less power in the hierarchy, and they want more women guards, right? They want gay people to be able to go kill foreigners too. They want more equal access, more universal access to the structures of power. And Republicans are further to the right because they really want to limit access to those structures of power. So Democrats don't really understand the conversation, the conflict they're in with the Republicans, because the Democrats are saying that they want to make things more fair, and they think they just have to convince Republicans that it's not fair and that we need to make changes to make it more fair. And Republicans, they're not having that conversation. The Republicans are saying there are good people and there are bad people, and only the good people should have access to power, and they should have plenty of that power. We know who the good people are. It's us. So, lacking that framework, the liberal, the Democrat, has a lot more trouble, I think, understanding what we mean by right wing and far right. To them, left means Democrat, right means Republican. It's been sort of reduced, I think, to just another synonym, a label for the political parties. So to them, right wing means Republican, far right means Republican, but a dick, I guess. So that's why I think Thomas was so confused, because he didn't have that framework to understand that, yes, because Richard Dawkins is a bigot in so many ways, yes, that makes him further to the right because he wants to limit who has access to authority. He doesn't want Muslims or trans people to have authority over others. He wants to limit their access. Michael Shermer, David Silverman, Lawrence Krauss, being misogynistic sexual predators, allegedly. they think that they should have authority over women. Women should not have the power to stop them doing what they want, which puts them further to the right. Steven Pinker, with his really close ties with lots of race scientists, the phrenologists over at Quillette, he keeps quiet about his views on that. He agrees with them, but yeah, that still pushes him further to the right. Sam Harris is openly in favor with his race and IQ talk, even further to the right. So when you put things in that context, Phil's arguments are a lot better. These people are openly shitty in these ways. But the Democrats, they're not having that same conversation. They're not party to this understanding of right versus left. They think it's just arguing about the facts. Things are unfair. We need to make it more fair. And that's why Thomas was so confused, saying, yes, these people are shitty people. They're bigoted. They're racist and so on. But we have racists on the left as well. That's, again, remember, for him, left means, Democrat. And yeah, it's yes, you do have racism among Democrats. You have racism among actual leftists too. I mean, you don't have to be perfect to want to do the hierarchy, but you're going to have a lot of trouble if you don't get rid of those biases and bullshit. Anyway, but yes, the more bigoted you are, the further right you are, because you want to limit that access. So that's where I think Thomas's confusion lay. I think Eli might as well, because they're not thinking about this in the same way we are. They don't understand why we talk about left and right, further left, further right, things like that. Just wanted to get some thoughts out there about this. I've been running it through my head today. All right, let me know what you think. I will catch